It's been over 11 years since Washington state voters passed the Three Strikes Law in response to rising crime and the revolving door of the criminal justice system. Currently, a total of 240 three-strikers have been convicted in Washington state. In this era of budget constraints, will the law have to be revised to exempt non-violent criminals? David LaCourse of the Second Amendment Foundation and author of the law describes its original intent.
Three strikes you're out says that if you do a serious or violent crime on three separate occasions, you have three chances through the system, you will be sentenced to life without parole. The reason we didn't go after the drug offenders specifically is there's an argument to be made that that's not really a violent crime.
At the time, people had various opinions about three strikes and its potential impact.
If we're ever going to sincerely get at the issues of dealing with violence and crime and drugs, we're going to have to get beyond slogans.
A lot of people want three strikes you're dead.
I think that our country should take examples from some other third world countries. They're a little barbaric in a sense, but look at their crime rate. You know, it's practically very low to nil.
It sounds like a cliche to me.
Three strikes? What's that? Baseball?
Our judges have almost no ability to look at the individual circumstances that may drive a certain thing and do something else.
In 1995, Al-Karim Shadid was the youngest person in the state to be convicted as a three-striker.
It's not easy because long as you wake up and realize that you are in prison, you know, especially for the rest of your life, you know what I'm saying? It's never going to be easy. I got life, you know. That's a harsh reality. Hey, he might not never come home. So, you know, some people can, you know, kind of accept the fact and work around that, and some people just can't handle the idea.
What has he learned about himself while serving his time?
I was naive, dumb. You know, I didn't really set too much value in life. You know, I didn't think that my whole life would just be swept away from me at an instant.
The third strike that sentenced Shadid to life in prison was the attempted robbery of Craig McGowan, a now retired high school teacher. Mr. McGowan thought very little of the crime, to say the least.
You know, there was no physical harm to me or anything like that. I'm sure if someone had some physical harm to them, it would be a different story. I mean, they might, you know, they wouldn't want to see this person again. But not me, because it was just a verbal confrontation, really.
Now that Al-Karim Shadid has served as many years as attempted murderers, rapists, and other violent criminals, he feels he should be eventually released for what he views were non-violent offenses.
Afforded the opportunity, person can get out of prison and become a successful individual and be a productive citizen, you know, and contribute to society, you know. Let me prove myself, you know, give me the opportunity to prove myself.
Did the Three Strikes Law cast too wide a net? Should nonviolent criminals like Al-Karim Shadid be released once they have served adequate time in prison? Or should he be required to live out his life behind bars as the law dictates? Recently, the Supreme Court upheld the constitutionality of three strikes, saying it was not cruel and unusual punishment.